nowadays, like, just the level of approaching someone has become really, like, lazy. Like, it's not the same where it's like, okay, like, let me get her flowers and ask her out, or like just like
flowers.
Yeah.
So you can call me a simp.
But here's the thing. What's wrong with simp though? Why is that a bad thing to show you're like? Yeah,
like, I want a man who's a simp. Why would I want a man who's not a simp and be attracted to? And people, male or female, tend to be attracted to people who are not available to them. People want what's unavailable, and so. It's not just the men wanting the bad boy. It's guys wanting the heartbroken girl, the one who's damaged and just isn't open. Like, it is vice versa.
That might be valid.
I think, like, I looked at the common, like, factor of, like, dating apps. I feel like that is a jungle in itself. You know, a lot of people are sign up on there for certain things. They have their intention set, which absolutely you can respect. You know what I mean? But
so you ever tried it before?
I've never tried it. No. I love organic. I love meeting somebody at a restaurant, shopping, whatever, like walking down the street, walking like my 2 dog, like, you know, just like whatever it is, like that's preferred for me.
Okay. I will never be the one to pursue.
Amen.
I will engage you if I'm interested, but I'm not going to actively pursue someone that I'm not interested in because I don't have to do that for an ego stroke. Yeah. I don't have to, you know, like. And I realize that there's people who are in that predicament. Personally can't relate. So to me, it's just like, that's a waste of my time. And I respect my time too much to do that, let alone yours. Like, yes, I respect your time too. But that's off the strength of me respecting my time.
Yeah, I agree.
So I understand the value of time. You understand?
Yeah. So, valuable. Very valuable.
So to me, it's just like, yeah, no. Think it sometimes gets blurred, this line between chivalry and you want to fuck me. Like that. Because really, what's the difference? A lot of the time, unfortunately, because men, like we were just saying, feel good about being chivalrous to women who are polite. Okay. Because it, you know, makes them feel good. But why does it make them feel good? Because it makes them feel like they're gonna fuck like that.
Wait, yo, that's a good point. That's a good point. Let me cut you off for a second. Can you tell if the guy is doing because he wants to fuck or he's doing because that's how he is?
How he was raised.
It takes some time. It takes a little time.
Getting to know them.
You need to, like we were saying earlier, like I need to catch you when you're not pretending. You know, like fuck how you're acting on this date, this performance that we have going on, like. How did you interact with the woman that was walking behind us that said such and such, that did, you know, that did XYZ? Like, how did you interact with her as a woman that you do not know, have no reason to care for? How did you treat her?
I don't know.
Yeah, and also I want to say that, yes, nice guys, I do think finish last, and guess what? So do nice women. Nice people finish last.
Yeah.
That's a perspective you probably haven't heard.
Yeah.
Nice people finish last.
Why is that, though?
Because that is human nature, is to take advantage of people. And so, unfortunately, usually the bad people are overpowering the good people. And now those good people become sour people who then... Think about it as like one bad apple spoils the bunch. Yeah. You know? And so it's a cancer. Hurt people hurt people.
Yeah.
It's an epidemic. Hurt is an epidemic.
Yeah.
You understand? So my point being that... It takes some, not just, it takes chance, it takes intentionality, it takes prayer, it takes whatever you believe makes things come from a desire to a reality, whatever that synapse is going to be.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to ultimately.
Okay.
But they say that, you know, the man should love the woman more.
Why is that?
And I would say the same thing, but they say that for a reason.
Yes. I was just about to...
Excuse me.
Yeah.
And that being the fact that when men have a harder time committing, but when they do, they do. Whereas for women, we can commit to a lot of different things. We can be okay in a lot of different situations, which means that situation can change and things can go any way. If a man is not leading and enthusiastically doing so, if a man is not doesn't want to be kept and to lead, it's because he doesn't want you around, baby. Or you shouldn't be around, regardless of whether it's intentional or not. You don't need to be in that pic. That's not a room you need to be in.
Yeah.
I would say that those feminine, those masculine women are acting out of trauma. They're not acting out of their authenticity. I don't think that is...
Single parent household, you have to grow up at a young age. That's definitely like
you had to take a lot of responsibilities early on, and maybe at some point you even took pride in it. Maybe you respected your mom so much for being an independent woman that you thought that that's what you should be, and not realizing that you deserve to not have to be.
Right.
You know, so there's that's what I have to say.
And then there's also the feminine men where they're raised in this similar situation where they're raised by a mom or whatever, so they pick up those habits and they see that their mom being the independent woman, and they're like, okay, like this is what I was raised with, this is what I'm used to, this is what a woman should be, and this is the type of woman I should go for. So it's kind of like history again repeating itself.
And it's like, now you're expecting me to do the work of a single mother, but why? Do you have any intention of being a partner?
But exactly, and it's like,
if you want me to come prepared to be a single parent, like why do you want that from me? What does that say about you and your intentions?
Right. Really started like dating after college, undergrad, because I was never really interested. So I've only have like less than a decade, like maybe 5-6 years of like dating.
How many boyfriends so far?
I've only had officially 3 boyfriends.
But how many body count?
I'm going to plead the fifth with that answer because a woman never tells.
2 digits or 3 digits?
I want to know what your answers are. What's your body count? Is this thing on?
Yeah.
Everything's on. My body count, you say?
Yeah, what's your body count? Is very, very, like, it's a sport. It's a sport, and you have to know how to play it. It could either make or break you, of course, but, you know,
It's a crossword puzzle from the fucking newspaper. That's what it is. Like, that's
Yep, it's a sport. It's a sport for sure.
I agree, and I also think people want the benefits of a relationship without the responsibilities. They want to feel secure and validated and reassured and loved and all this affection and intimacy, but they don't want the responsibilities of consistency and communication and actually investing in someone, whether it's through time or whatever you know, love language they may have and likely communicated at that point. So yeah, I think that's the problem with most things, is people want the benefits without the responsibilities. That comes with any ism that we name.
Right.
Everything.
Is the dating scene harder for man or woman? Who has it harder in the dating scene, man or woman?
Women have it harder than everything.
You think so? Can you elaborate?
Everything, but no, to just be snarky, I do think it's a little bit harder for women just because of what we're looking for. I think we look for things that are more specific, and that are more emotional and sentimental. And that's not to say that men aren't looking for emotional and sentimental. Of course, men want, you know, to be reassured and to be reminded who, you know, all that good shit that we want, they want it too. But it just looks different. I think with women, I don't want to say that we're more needy, but we are, I think, a little bit more present and intentional, and like the little shit matters so much more to us than the grand gestures. And I think that's where shit gets lost in translation a lot.
And I want to touch on that part just because I think in this day and age, a lot of men feel like they have to, you know, take out fancy dinners, like all this other stuff, where it's just like, just want you to hold a conversation for yourself. Just want you, you know, like, little things are very important, and like they get overlooked for whatever reason. Social media, I don't know what it is, but
it's like fly me out to a different country. You didn't even ask how my fucking day was, bro. Like, you couldn't, like, let's start there. Start there.
Like
yeah,
it's
you
all
can do
about
all this
a flex.
Shit.
It's a flex.
It's for you. It's not for me.
Exactly.
You
Ego,
know?
and I'm not stroking it. Stroke it on yourself, just like you stroke your dick. You know what I
Thank
mean?
you.
Like, I don't.
Thank
I'm
you.
not here to do that. I'm not here to stroke anyone's
because
ego.
if you don't feel enough like a man, who the fuck am I to tell you you are?
Yeah.
Like. Yeah. I guess you're not then, babes. Like,
and again, women have their roles, men have their roles. Like,
thank you. I agree.
Just